Hello, it's me, Furry Face again. Yeah, but listen to CJAD 800 AM. Some guy talking about some stuff which I find pretty hard to believe. Yeah, that a woman's been living on Mars for the past 50 years. Oh, come on. That it's somewhat breathable on Mars. Yeah, right. The farthest we've gone with that is what? Yeah, that rover that's been able to take core samples from the ground. They're still studying that, and they haven't let us know very much either. Looking for life signs or water. Ugh. Oh, and that lizard people from the fourth dimension, mind you, have been helping us people on Earth build mile-long spacecrafts. Yeah, right. Garbage. Come on. Why would any species from the fourth dimension even need to go back to the third dimension to help us with anything? That's ridiculous. You think to be more concerned with finding out about the fifth dimension, not going backwards. So sorry, but rubbish. Okay? And I don't even know if there's a such thing as lizard people anyway. It's quite an imagination. These people that like to feed on people's imaginativeness, you know? Fuck. That's how they get their fans. It's rubbish. You know? What else? Oh yeah, the coronavirus. I want to know something. I want to know if there's been survivors of this and have their bodies been able to build a better immunity against the disease, which is why it's never reoccurred back to them. Have there been any people of this nature where the virus hasn't reoccurred again, and yet they've been cured before by their own bodies? So obviously there would have to be younger or healthier people with the respiratory system working fine. Otherwise they could die, you know. But has this happened? Because I need to know if the human body is able to build some kind of resistance factor against this disease for the future. It's going to take us years to find an antidote anyway. Ugh. Another thing with aliens living in other dimensions or just being a few thousand years ahead of us, we have a thing on Earth called, what do I call it? Shit. Now the words escape me. Yeah. It's a reference of time. Anyway. That we can't have our time disturbed. In other words, aliens that are a few thousand years in advance from us are surely not going to help us. We're not ready for space. We're too barbaric for that. Hell, I saw a film, I can't find it again, on YouTube where, they said it was talks between the military and an alien from Roswell, but it was more of an interrogation, and they even electrocuted the alien. You can hear it scream, and it's because they didn't like the answers it provided, and they think we're ready for space. They're morons. Oh, for Christ's sake! Yeah, we're not very hospitable, Earthlings. We're goddamn idiots, and they think we're ready to explore space or to accept technology that aliens would never give us. Our timeline. That's what I was trying to think of. We have our own timeline, which coincides with how we've invented things in the past up till now. It's our Earth timeline. But other worlds may have their own timeline relative to the advances they've made. And there's no way they're going to mix their timeline with ours because for the simple fact we're just not ready, okay? And it'd be a disaster to mix timelines like that. So no, it's not going to happen for a few thousand years. And we don't have spaceships designed in the 60s that are a mile in length. Sorry, but no. And I doubt any lizard creatures are helping any of us build spaceships. So no. Or that women lived on Mars for the past 50 years. I don't think so. However, Hitler moving to Argentina, that might have happened. And I heard he died in the 60s somewhere. So, okay, that might have happened. And that the Nazis built a base in Antarctica. Okay, that might have happened too. But I doubt the spaceship stuff happened. And I doubt lizard people actually help people make spaceships a mile long. I don't think so. Although the United States, I believe, has made some progress, but it's kept on the hush. I believe they've made ships that can go like to Mars in like weeks instead of months. That's a possibility, but it's nowhere near the speed they were hoping to attain. I believe that too. Have I left anything out? I don't know. Jesus, it's 5 minutes already into the video. Yeah, not smoking now because I don't have any smoke, so I'm kind of in the poorhouse again. I got a Mac for sale, but no takers so far. I put it up at $250. It's an i3, 4 meg RAM, 2.9 gigahertz speed, 160 gig hard drive. It's not bad. Has one of those new chiclet keyboards, wireless. Takes 2 AA batteries. A small little fart. Everything's in the monitor. It's a huge monitor. It's like, wow. I had to hack the Mac, get past somebody else's security password. What a pain in the ass that is. At least with Windows, you can just reinstall Windows. Right? You can't do it that simply on a Mac. You gotta have it know you're the administrator. And that took me a few goes to get it. God, you gotta go to terminal mode, put in a few lines of code, and then once you're in, you have to go to administrator section and utilities and delete the other administrators. So it's just you. That's where I screwed up before. I didn't know I had to do that. And I kept wondering why it wasn't coming up with my code. It's always someone else's. It's like, so I had to do it over again like 3 or 4 times. Actually, it was about 7. But I did get it eventually. Yeah. Anyway, furry-faced. Signing off. Don't believe everything you hear. It reminds me of this woman that she talks as if she's quite familiar with 100 other species from other planets. I called her out once on YouTube, told her she's full of crap, and I told her why I believed that, because her facial characteristics watching her in video was just not present, and it should have been. When you're talking about stuff that's fantastic, trust me, your emotions show that, and she had none, 0 in the emotional department, and monotone voice, it's crap. And so I called her out on it, and then what? My statement disappeared? Gee, what a surprise. Anyway, furry face, signing off. Oh, and that Tyson guy, so full of himself. The guy has no common sense. Would rather cost something a UFO than an actual spaceship. What is he thinking? How can we identify it anyway? Is it going to say Pan Am or Air Canada on the side of the saucer? I doubt it. And if it had a language, we wouldn't be able to read it anyway. But it's pretty safe to see it's a spaceship. If it zips like a bat out of heck, like we've got nothing that moves that fast, no shit. It's a spaceship. Get over it. Anyway, Furry Face signing off. Toodaloo.